It's your boy Ant, God Made 32 here, and today we got something real special, man, and it's because of you. Today we got my 500 subscriber special, and today we're going to be reacting to Jeramy Jahns' 9 most anticipated movies of 2022. And I can't wait to get into this, man. Jeramy Jahns is a name I really trust when it comes to movie reviews on YouTube. Jeramy Jahns is the first person I go to, and then it's the boy Charlie over there at Emergency Awesome. But Jeramy has a more wide range, expansive filmography that he goes and he reacts to and he gives his ratings to. So I look to him for the movies that would be in my sphere nonetheless. That's outside of my sphere that I could like really get into if he gives it the go ahead. So I can't wait to get into this one, man. Every year he does his favorite and least favorite movies of the years, and he gives his most anticipated movies of the year to come. And I didn't get to catch this part of it. The other ones I watched it off camera and it didn't make no sense. I went ahead and did those. So I want to do this one, the most anticipated movies of 2022. If you like what we got going on here, please go ahead and do the YouTube things. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to be notified when we upload new videos, go ahead and click that little bell icon. Mr. J, are you ready? T'Challa, you know, back to back there, he chill. Let's get it.
Has come the beginning of another year. First of all, Happy New Year. Hope you had a fun one. And hope 2022.
What's happening, Jeremy? It's like late in 2022 now.
It's that time of
It's kind of late in 2022 now, but if you're just joining us, happy freaking New Year. Thank you for making it. Back to it.
year, the beginning of a new year, which means I give you my top 10 anticipated movies of said year. Year being 2022. That time of year, I lay the groundwork for you to know my taste in movies at the beginning of the year, so you don't feel blindsided when I do my top 10 favorites of the year at the end of the year. Like, I've never hidden my taste in movies in the course of the past 12 years. If you don't know me by now, that's on you. But this list is in a general order. It's mostly in the order of release. There was some that got shuffled around. Doesn't matter. Not going to do the countdown 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 thing. I'm going to start out with the first movie I'm looking forward to, which is Scream. Just called Scream. It's Scream 5. Feels a little weird putting this movie on my list because it comes out, what, next week? But it's a new Scream movie. And if Scream 4 had sucked, I wouldn't be looking forward to this. But it didn't suck. It was a great return to form after Scream 3, which was disappointing. It's one of those fingers crossed kind of moments. There are a lot of leaps.
And at this point, I'm living in the future right now. So Scream 5 has already dropped, but I haven't watched it yet. But it's getting rave reviews all around. So he was right to be anticipating this joint. It was good. Still haven't seen his review for it yet, but I'm waiting patiently. Get to it, Mr. Jahns.
It's a faith on this list. This is just one of them. I'm like, I hope it's good. Don't make Dewey the bad guy. That's all I ask. Don't do that. Next up is The Batman. Looking forward to Pattinson showing
Everybody's waiting for The Batman.
Frankly, the trailers have been nothing but great. The tone is like this realistic take on Batman, but still feels comic book. That's one of the complaints, the gripes I hear about the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogies. People are like, it doesn't feel like comic book Batman. It feels like Batman in the real world, which is what Nolan was going for. But this feels like dark, gritty, down-to-earth, realistic Batman, in the sense that it still does feel like comic book Batman, at least from the trailer. It looks like a cool best of both worlds scenario they got going on. Looking forward to this one. Next up, Sonic 2, in which they're using that lock-on technology and using Knuckles.
Now,
Sonic 2, Idris Elba.
Now, I just had to hit pause right there and let you guys know that... Wait, I gotta go back. I just gotta hit pause right there and let you guys, and just say, if you guys have been watching the channel, you know I'm waiting for this. It's not even going to be no long talking about this. The Batman is coming in March. Stick around.
Scenario they got going on. Looking forward to this one. Next up, Sonic 2, in which they're using that lock-on technology and using Knuckles in Sonic 2. Idris Elba as Knuckles is kind of amazing casting, but more than that, the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie was one of the surprises of the year for me. Glad they didn't go with that monstrosity of a creature design for Sonic they initially had.
Oh, that shit was
like,
terrible.
Fans are pissed, but we're going to do this unexpected twist for a studio. We're going to listen to them. And they came out with a movie that I thought was remarkably fun, and Jim Carrey was amazing in it. They give me more of that fun, I'm in. This next one is mostly morbid curiosity, probably, but also...
Talking about Sonic real quickly, everything he just said, I agreed with. Didn't like what the character looked like initially. So glad that the studio decided to change it, and then they reaped all the rewards. Can't wait for this one. Idris Elba, love seeing him in anything that he's in, even if it's only his voice. Even though some people might say his voice is his best attribute, it's because he's British. But nevertheless, I can't wait for it. Jim Carrey, like one of my favorite comedic actors, one of my favorite actors, like overall. So I hold him in very high regard. So I'm in.
Incredibly fun, and Jim Carrey was amazing in it. They give me more of that fun, I'm in. This next one is mostly morbid curiosity, probably, but also the premise is so genius, and the trailer was so good. The unbearable weight of massive talent. It's gotta be good, right? I don't want to jinx it, but I'm just saying, Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage in a very Nicolas Cage self-aware movie. I love Nick Cage because the dude's a good actor. He's a great actor, but he's still able to lean into this very self-aware Nick Cage meme culture, and he was like, yeah, all right, memes about me. We'll make a movie about that. More or less, you know? I just love seeing an actor have fun with the perception of them on the internet. The premise is so genius that if it sucks, this is a movie on here I might cry. If that movie sucks, I might be like, oh, well, you know, can't win them all. Next up, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
I didn't know this movie was going to come out. I never heard about this movie before. Another reason why I like to delve into movies that he be talking about, he makes me aware of stuff like this. I like Nicolas Cage, but I didn't know that Nicolas Cage was going to be in a movie where he plays Nicolas Cage. Just that sentence alone is nutty enough to, like, really intrigue me, and me knowing that Nicolas Cage is kind of a nutball in his damn self, this movie might be so over the top that it's amazing, or it might crash and burn. We in it.
You know, for the longest time, I thought it was Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but it's actually in the...
I think we all thought that, Jeremy.
This wouldn't have actually been on the list. I'm like, all right, yeah, Doctor Strange, Multiverse.
And then Spider-Man came out.
The trailer at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, and the trailer looked really good. It's
exactly.
like a movie that's the continuation of What If, which I thought What If was just a weird one-off. Like, okay,
but I'm not sure that's Strange Supreme. I still don't think that's Strange Supreme.
Because Multiverse and all the stuff we're doing, I didn't expect a movie to tie into it to the degree that the trailer looks like it's tying into it. But that trailer moved it up the list. Amazing what a trailer can do. And next, you know, I like me some action movies. You know, I like solid action movies. You know,
I'm not going to take any crazy time to talk about this shit. It's in the MCU. It came after Spider-Man, which Doctor Strange was a major player. Wanda is in there coming off of an amazing WandaVision. I'm in.
You know, I love me some Keanu in some solid action movies.
Yeah.
John Wick 4. Or John Wick Chapter 4. They're called Chapter.
Wait, that drops this year?
So, John Wick Chapter 4 was delayed to 2023, which I just found.
Wait, what?
I'll find another movie and plug it in.
Oh, jeez.
Or I'll leave it at 9. I don't know. Well, I'm figuring
I didn't know. Wait, he just
action movie headspace.
He just like
straight to Mission Impossible 7. Probably has another name to it. It's not just
what?
Mission Impossible 7, is it?
This drops this year too.
Whatever it's going to be called.
Oh yeah, it was super delayed.
Generally speaking, Tom Cruise is on cruise control in his action movies. The dude's still got it. I hope I have that much vigor. I hope I'm that spry when I'm 60. Sorry, 59. Mean no disrespect.
He's 59.
Mission Impossible movies are reliable.
This man said so spry when I'm 50.
They'll probably be on my anticipated list any given year they're coming out. And one would think I'm all Spider-Man'd out by now.
That's so spry when I'm 60.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Exactly. So let's talk about this one real quick. First of all, I didn't know it was supposed to come out this year, and then he just like hyped me up for no reason, and it's coming out next year. So we're gonna skip this one. I knew about the delays with this film, but I totally forgot about it, and him bringing it back to my attention is amazing. Always liked the Mission Impossible franchise. Actually started with when they redid the franchise. I think it was like Mission Impossible 4 when they started doing the names instead of just the numbers. That's when I got into the franchise. I eventually rewatched the entire thing, and I can't wait for this movie. Tom Cruise is amazing. I wish I could be that spry at 60, like he just said.
Part 1 is on this list. Into the Spider-Verse is an undeniably great time. The Spider-Verse has now...
And we all been waiting for this.
It's everywhere. The movies look cool. They got great soundtracks, all with that Spider-Man flavor that
That's
you
a
love.
fact.
This is the thing. The caveat of these Into the Spider-Verse movies is just the frame rate. That's what bothers me about them. I don't know if it's the former projectionist in me or the editor in me, There's something about when it cuts to 16 frames a second, it just bothers me. Other than that, Into the Spider-Verse was a great movie. Looking forward to Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay. I just say this. The link to my reaction for this trailer is gonna be somewhere here. It might be in the little tab or it might be like down in the description, but like I'm super excited for this movie and all of my thoughts for it is gonna be down there. So if you're interested for my full thoughts and seeing my reactions to the trailer, go ahead and jump down in the descriptions.
These next two movies, I'm pretty sure are coming out in 2022. I mean, they're slated to come out in 2022. We'll see. But Avatar 2? Anyone looking forward to Avatar 2? Am I the only one?
I think you're the only one, bro.
The movie's been delayed for about a decade. I can't help but look forward to it.
Well,
like
not the only one, but I'm not.
Of pushbacks in the world of James Cameron just means a decade of advancement, technologically speaking. I can't help but look forward to that. And I know Avatar gets a lot of crap where it's like, it's Dances with Wolves. And that's pretty much, it's Dances with Wolves. But I still get a kick out of Avatar. For nothing else, technologically speaking. It did tell Hollywood, it's like, we're here now. We're here. We can't go there anymore. We're here.
I'm a casual Avatar fan. Not really the biggest Avatar fan in the world. I watched the movie. But like, if I was to tell you that I'm excited about it, I'll be lying. But like, I'm going to probably watch the sequel too. But it's not something that like I can't wait for it. But I know a lot of you are in that line. And if you are, jump down in the comments and let me know why.
As much as Avatar felt like a movie that was written in the 80s or 90s, it's because it just didn't have the technology to be made yet. But now that's not the case. Avatar 2 is like, okay, now it's written recently. So we know the cliches, we know the tropes. Let's steer away from them. Let's steer clear of those. And we'll make a movie that feels newer in terms of the story. Hopeful optimist on this side of the camera. We'll see how it goes. And also, this last one, the internet word is that this is coming out this year. The Whale, Darren Aronofsky's new film starring Brendan Fraser. Can't help but look forward to that. Every time I do these lists, there are two names that I Google. Be like, okay, let's make sure that, let's see if they're doing a movie this year. Because if they are, they have their spot reserved on my list. Tarantino, not doing a movie this year, but he's one of those directors. And Darren Aronofsky. Darren Aronofsky films are emotional, soul-driven odysseys of the human condition. Done in a movie with interesting characters that are soul-wrenching and sometimes soul-changing events. And just the fusion of Brendan Fraser and Darren Aronofsky. I wouldn't have called it, but I'm glad I don't make those decisions. I'm glad he does. That's pretty awesome. Looking forward to what Aronofsky gives us and looking forward to how Brendan Fraser delivers it. And I really hope the movie does come out in 2022.
As far as this one, I know nothing about it. Didn't even know it was a thing. Love Brendan Fraser, though. Amazing resurgence over the past couple of years. Loved him in Doom Patrol and the little bit of physical spots that he has in there. But I love just hearing his voice back in there, man. Being back around. Like the big brother we all wish we had. And we just want to see him do well. So put him in all the movies. All the movies. I want Rick O'Connell back. O'Connell. Georgia of the Jungle. Somebody get Evie.
Like Google says it will. But yeah, that's the list. In a world of cinematic surprises that happen every year, there are going to be a number of movies that I don't know about. I don't know about now. I can't put them on the list. But then they'll come out and I'll be like, wow, wish I knew about that.
That's a fact.
Fingers crossed that I don't have to talk about any of these movies with a glass of scotch in hand, talking about the worst movies of the year. But as always, it doesn't matter. You all keep this channel afloat, so I ask you, and yes, I do read comments. My gosh, who do you think I am? But your 10 anticipated movies of 2022, or 5, or 3, or whatever number. Whatever they are, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.
But yeah, guys, like he said, man, all of this is powered by you. And for me personally, I'm so grateful, man. You guys have helped me so much, and I've reached one of my goals that I've set for myself in this YouTube journey. We just crossed the threshold of 500 subscribers, and that's why we're like even having this like little get together right now, man. I'm supposed to be doing some other things right now, but I said no. I gotta carve out this little time to try and give back something to the people that have given me their clicks. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, like, being here, spending time with me, like, telling me your thoughts about movies in the comments, me telling you about my thoughts about movies, and we having that back and forth. It means a lot to me, like, and yeah, this congrats that I have in the back right now. It's really a congrats to you. And I thank you guys so much for coming back. And I thank you guys so much for every like. I thank you guys so much for every comment. I thank you guys so much for every single subscription. All 500 of you guys so far. I think it was 512 at the time of this taping. Thank you guys so much. But to all the people out there, even if you're not subscribed, thank you for coming, man. Thank you for sticking around. If this video runs long and you've made it this far, you're a part of the reason why I do this, man. Thank you so much. You guys, I really don't even have words. And I promise that I'll stick around if you guys stick around, because there is no me without y'all. And as always, if you like what you see here, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps out way more than you know, or maybe you do. And if you want to be notified when we upload new videos, go ahead and click that little bell icon. Thank you. And we ain't gonna stop. And we ain't gonna stop. Now we ain't gonna stop. And we ain't gonna stop. We out.